Good morning, Flosstube. It has been a minute or a bunch of minutes. My name is Crystal, and this is my channel, Tattletales and Pop Tarts, here and on Instagram. I have not filmed a video since it looks like the beginning of July, where I had a lot of lofty plans, and I should have known better, honestly. The summer is when we are super fortunate. I love living in Wisconsin. We have beautiful summers here. And so we spend most of our summer at the beach. We live 15 minutes away from Lake Michigan, and we go to the beach almost every day. And we camp a lot up in Door County. So I should have known that while I did get a ton of stitching done, I wasn't going to be around for filming or looking normal enough to film. Not that I look super amazing right now. It is like 7:30 in the morning. I just dropped my monsters at school, and I decided to do an update video. But in the summer and I'm sorry, the light's going to change. It's going in and out of cloudy and sunny here in the windows. Anyway, in the summer when you swim a lot and you look a mess and we basically live in swimsuits. So I just don't want to, I never wanted to get myself ready or gather my stuff. We were always on the go. So I didn't film. Also, my Jolly July plans went out the window on day 4. I decided in July that I am not going to be participating in Mania anymore or Jolly July anymore. I might participate in them in a different way, but starting something new every day and not finishing it gave me anxiety. It gave me so much anxiety. My whip list is insane. And so I won't be doing that anymore. So what am I here to talk about today? Here I'm going to run through fairly quickly all of the things I worked on from July 21st through today. What day is it? It's October 5th, Monday, October 5th. Now, it's going to go pretty quickly because I don't have patterns with these. It's literally just the stitch piece. The patterns have either been given to the next person that wanted to stitch them or packed away. I like to have my things put away when I'm done with a project. So I grabbed my bin of things I needed to finish and things that I had finished, and we're going to race through them pretty quickly. And they're kind of in order all right here. So I think that's all I want to talk about in the beginning. Possibly. Oh, I've gotten a lot of messages about comments and messages about, I think my last video when I talked about people not being kind. I will pause and talk about that really quick. I appreciate those so much. It's amazing to me how kind strangers are to each other when you sometimes can't even get the people that are in your closest sphere to just be kind. And we're struggling with COVID on 2 different aspects. One, my husband has a heart condition. He has SVT. It stands for subventricular something or other. I have no idea. He's had that. He found out about that probably 12 years ago. And it is a concern. And then he has incredibly severe asthma. The kid uses an inhaler to go up the stairs. So A regular flu wipes him out, like wipes him. He ends up on a nebulizer machine. Like, so COVID means for our family, we have to take things super seriously for my husband. If it was just me and the kids, I probably wouldn't care as much. But because of his health, if he gets sick, there's a high probability it could end terribly for our family. But even if it doesn't, it's going to be a really hard time for him. And I just don't want to put him through that. It's not like he's going to get a cold and be okay in 4 days. It'll knock him out for a while. On top of that, he's the only one in our family working right now. So if he does get COVID and he's out of work for a week, 2 weeks, that hurts our family financially. So there's a lot of reasons that we're taking COVID really seriously. So we, unless it's outdoors, aren't really going and doing anything. So that's been hard, but doable. What has really been the hardest is having close friends of ours, people in our immediate sphere, members that attend church with us, basically not care and think that we're just insane because we, for our family, personally, love the mask mandate that is going on in Wisconsin. It makes things safer for my husband. It just is what it is. And when people can't look at my family and my husband as a human and say, like, yes, we want to help protect your husband, we're willing to wear a mask, is kind of a slap in the face. Now, I understand we are part of a very small minority of people that COVID will severely affect. And so most people are like, man, masks need to go away. You know, we have rights. Philip and I don't really care about our rights right now. We care about him staying healthy. So for us, it looks like if we're in public, we wear masks, and we would really appreciate it if the people close to us also chose to wear a mask. And we're just not going a lot of places. We haven't been out to eat in a restaurant indoors since this whole thing started. I haven't been to Target since March 12th. I haven't even gone to Walmart. I do store pickups. Like, my kids started school a month ago. I have no children at home for the first time in 9 years. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm willing to do those sacrifices because people are more important than my comfort level, I guess I would say. So that has really been the struggle through all of this. And I haven't gone into like great detail about it, but we have been verbally attacked, name called, completely shunned. Like, it has been a really sad, hard time to watch people that are our close friends kind of behave in this manner, but then to turn around and have messages from people I have never talked to before, ever. Most of you that have reached out to me, I have literally never spoken to. And it has been amazing. Number one, it makes me know I'm not crazy. And number two, it restores my faith in the humankind because it tells me that not all people walking this earth are just selfish monsters. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Each one of those messages was lovely to receive. I think that we should be just remembering that we're humans. We are more than an opinion. We're more than a side. We're humans. And I just thank you because I felt seen. And if anyone is going through any difficult time with COVID and humans, please reach out to me because I want to hear you and I want to see you as a human too. So that's all. That's all. Back to stitching. Pardon my soapbox. It was amazing. So first thing I finished was the big brown letters. And things were ironed, but they are not anymore. What was this? This was my spring Stitch Quarterly. This was the first Stitch Quarterly from Fat Quarter Shop. I am a member of the Stitch Quarterly Club. I love it. It is amazing. What I love about it is you get different fabric. I am an Aida stitcher. I would never try anything else. And I have gotten some different fabrics and it's been awesome. So this is literally every item that I've touched since July 21st. And you'll see there's a ton of finishes because I gave up Jolly July. So this was the first one. It's called Homegrown. Let's see. It is on Fabric Flare 14 count. What is that? Whitewash board. Aida. I did something funky. I'm not really sure. I think I stitched the flower like 2 stitches down. So it's a little wonky, but when I finish it, I don't think you'll be able to tell. So the other thing I did, if you can see the flower, this was a sunflower, and I'm not a sunflower girl. Like right now I have sunflowers in my house because it's fall, but for the most part, I'm not really a yellow fan. So I used DMC 3712, 3832, and 777, lightest to darkest in the spots where the yellowy, orangey, gold colors were. So that's my homegrown. I love it. And like I said, this pattern has already been passed on. So I'll just stick that in the bin. All right. This one I had already shown. The next thing I worked on was Bloomtopia, and I also finished this one. This was, let me see if I can get it closer. This was Fat Quarter Shop's Make-A-Wish pattern for 2020. You got a different part each week. This is done on 14 count, just tea-dyed Aida. It was just like, I don't know, Aida from Walmart or Hobby Lobby. Y'all, I'm not into the fancy fabrics yet, but I dropped it in some tea, scrunched it up and baked it, and I like the way it came out. Hope y'all can see that. So I used all of the called for colors on this except for the light blue, which was supposed to be 717. I couldn't find, so I substituted 553, which is this purple color. And I just think it's fun. So that was Bloomtopia. That was a 12-part thing, and they have announced next year's Make-A-Wish is going to be called Serendipity, and it's done on like a dark fabric. It's going to be awesome. Okay. Next was my Year in Chalk series from Hands On Design. I did May and then left it up all summer because it was about planting flowers and planting seeds or whatever. And I loved that sentiment. So I just left it up all summer. But I did want to finish them all. So around August, I kicked it into gear. And I finished this on August 7th. So this is Year in Chalk, August. Sleep under the stars. We camp in a tent. So I'm hoping next year we're sleeping under the stars in some sort of enclosed box because I've had enough packing and unpacking. I want to just leave it in there. So that is my August Year in Chalk. I used, for these, I love these because they're quick, like super fast. I started and finished this on August 7th. I used DMC 3865, which is my go-to white. And for the yellow, I used DMC 972. I don't remember what it's called for, but I usually just pick, like this one was a yellow. I usually just like will pick a yellow. So there's that, and it is finished with magnets. Oh, that goes in a different spot. Okay, then I started and finished. So in August, I started fall stitching. Starlit Snowflake from Fat Quarter Shop. So this pattern, had the colors for like 3 different ways you could do it. And they're all beautiful, but I love seasonal stuff. So I decided I'm going to do this pattern for every season. So this was my fall version. And I used 4 colors. I know it only looks like 3. This color and this color, they are different. They're very similar though. But I used DMC 780, 781, 782, and 783 for that. And this is just, it was red and had some like tulipy thing. It was funky, but I got it for like 50 cents at St. Vincent's, and I was like, perfect. And then it's on there with magnets also, and I'm getting ready. I think this week on my calendar I have planned to do my Christmas one. I don't decorate for winter, I decorate for Christmas. Give me all of the green and reds. All the green and reds. Next up, my Lizzie Kates. So I do the little Lizzie Kates Flip It stamp. I love them. Same situation with the Year in Chalk. I did May, and May didn't come down until August. I did June and July. I just never finished them. Oh wait, Lizzie Kate, it didn't even come down until September. Yeah, because I did an FFO August. But here's my August. I love these because they're tiny also. I started and finished this on August stamp, Lizzie Kate, August 14th. The little bee is so cute. And this is just on some more tea-dyed 14 count Aida. You'll see a lot of that because it's what I started with. I think I used the called for colors on this. I can't quite remember. The red may not have been called for. I don't know. I can't remember. Up next was Fervent Fall. This is a pattern by Stone Street Stitch Works. I do not have the pattern with me because it was just a PDF and I only printed the working copy. What I usually do is I take my pattern and make a working copy, and then I scribble all over it because I count my stitches for different challenge groups and whatnot. Or when I listen to podcasts, if I hear something that I think, I'll make like a little note at the bottom of my pattern, and then before I toss my working copy, I need to go through all those notes and then like actually do something about them. Because I'll, like, books that I hear about or other Flosstubers I want to read, like, listen to or what have you, shows, anything, like a commercial on TV. I write it all down on my working copy. And then, so when I was done with this, I went through all of those little asterisk things and then tossed the pattern because I don't need to keep a working copy full of notes. But this was called Fervent Fall. It is so cute. Now, in hindsight, I used all the called for everything. This is also on 14 count tea-dyed Aida. In hindsight, I wish I had either made the fabric darker or used a darker floss for the house, because you see that it's there, but you can't, it's not like, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I also thought about just back stitching right here, but it didn't call for it, and it's kind of close to the tree, and I was like, man, I don't know. But look at that cute pumpkin. And that little bird. I loved that tree motif. That was super fun to do. Super fun to do. So that's Fervent Fall by Stone Street Stitch Works. Next I did, where are you at? Where are you at? There you are. My September Year in Chalk. This is when I was like, okay, girl, change it up. So this is my September. It says Summer Don't Go. And I really felt this because of normally I am ready for summer to end and the kids to go back to school. Anyone else feel me on that? Like, too much togetherness, sometimes a bad thing. Anyway, this is the first year my husband and I have been together 9 years, and 9 years this month. 9 years next Tuesday. No. 9 years this past July 23rd. Wow. But this year, with COVID, the kids go to a private school, and the private school didn't give us the option to do virtual, which is what I was going to do because my husband, and we are on a Wisconsin voucher system, so they've received free private school tuition through like a Christian school through 12th grade. So I was basically told you can unenroll them and send them to public school, but you'll lose your voucher. So we had to make a tough call, and they are in school, luckily still wearing masks, and I have informed the kids that when the mask mandate ends, they will still be wearing masks. Unless, of course, Wisconsin shuts down again. I don't know. We'll see. But so when I saw this, I was like, yes, summer, don't go. Because it was so sad. I was so sad to send them to school in masks. But it's going well. They're okay. They're okay. So September year in chalk, I started and finished on August 21st, and I did not write down what DMC color this was. But it's a light yellow, like a very light yellow. Those lightning bugs are cute. So, does that look backwards to y'all? I don't know if it does or not. Because I'm filming on my Mac, so I don't know. Anyway, next was chalk ornaments. I started these August 22nd, finished them August 25th. Did all 3 of them. Chalk Ornaments 2 by Hands On Design. Great joy, glad tidings, and goodwill to all. I used the called for colors on all of these. This is 14 count black Ada, and I do have room to do maybe 1 or 2 more. So I am trying to do an ornament a month. So I did those 3 in August. Next one is not a finish. Well, it's a finish, but the big project is not a finish. I decided that I want to finish the Little Sheep Virtues in 2021. I want Little Sheep Virtues to be completely done by the end of 2021. Sorry, I'm taking this hoop off because it shouldn't just live with a hoop on it. I did, okay. Oh, I don't have it in here. This is a series from Little House Needleworks, I believe. Hold on, let me make sure. Yeah, Little House Needleworks, called Little Sheep Virtues, and then this bag is a mess. There is a pattern from Country Cottage Needleworks that I'm going to put in the middle. So this is the one I'm going to put in the middle. Sorry for the glare. It's called Sheep in the Meadow. And it says, sheep in the meadow singing their song softly and sweetly all the day long. So this is going to go in the middle, and then around it, like on the top, will be 5 of the little house patterns, and 5 on the bottom, and then 1 on either side of this. So it's going to be a big girl. And I did my first one. And this is Peace. You see the little heart on the butt? She is cute. This is probably one of my favorite that I currently have going. I just love this whole series. I love the one in the middle. I love the whole design of the big thing. I am very much looking forward to having this on my wall. So one of my goals for 2021 is to finish this whole big thing. Not lofty at all. Okay, next. So that was a finish, sort of. The pattern was a finish, and I passed the pattern on. The big piece, clearly not even close. Next one was Seasons in Chalk. I have been doing this series. I did spring and I didn't do summer. I did the patriotic one because I decorate for 4th of July all summer. And then in August, when did I start this? I started it August 1st, finished September 1st, and she went on the wall immediately. This is my fall. I love these. That pumpkin is a big old pumpkin. It was that was like 4 days of stitching. That big old pumpkin, but I love it. This is a Goodwill frame that I painted white. I covered the piece of glass in black and white check. There are magnets, and then I just attach washers to these pieces. That bow is glued on. That's a double bow glued on. So literally all I do is pop this piece off. I need to fix a washer. But I pop that piece off and switch it, and she's done. It's one of the easiest changes that I have. Oh, I have a loose thread. I love that one. I'm getting ready to start, not winter, I'm going to start the Christmas one. And then I'm going to take a break from them for a while. I do want to do the last two, the summer one and the winter one, but not right now. I have a lot of other stuff that I want to do. Like everyone else, my want to do list is crazy long. Okay. What was next? September Flip It stamp. This one was so cute. September. 14 count. I believe tea-dyed, but it's very light. Ada, called for DMC. I think. Yep. This one I started on September 1st, finished the morning of September 2nd. So, he's a cutie. Fall Quilty Love. I'm also doing the Quilty Love series from Fat Quarter Shop. It was originally done around Valentine's Day, and I did do the Valentine's colors. And then I loved it so much that I did the Easter colors. And started the patriotic one, never finished it. It is in my to finish before 4th of July 2021 list. But I did start and finish my fall one. So this is also done on 14 count tea-dyed Ada. It needs to be ironed better. And I don't like the way I have them finished, so I'm going to refinish it. But this was done with DMC 3052, 920, 301, and 815. So that is my fall Quilty Love. That over there, because I need to finish it. All right. Next is my first not finish. Like everyone else and their grandmother on Earth, I am doing Coming to America. I saw this, and I've never been to the East Coast, like the beach, Cape Cod area, but I love it. Does that make any, from what you see in pictures and what you hear about the areas, I just feel like this is probably when my kids are grown, where I belong. East Coast. I don't know why I feel that way. I love being in Wisconsin. The schools here are great. It's great for raising families. I'm not moving anytime soon, but I do think East Coast, it's like where my heart feels like it belongs. I don't know. Anyway, so I loved the pattern, thought it was super cute, didn't realize it was limited edition. So when Pam and Steph started talking about it, and she was like, listen, if you want to do this, go do it now. I was like, okay, bye. Put them on pause, and I went and ordered it. I got the last one from a shop on Etsy. I have no idea if any are available anywhere. I am doing this on, does the fabric say? Does the fabric, I have a piece of paper. Where are you, piece of paper? I know I saved it. This is the first time I ever bought fancy fabric. Oh. Well. Anywho. Are you in here? Nope. That was my working copy. Are you attached somewhere? No. Anywho. Here is my start. I started this on September 6th. Can you even see that? Or is it like the lighting terrible? I got the one with the little girl. She's a cutie patootie. I did not get a very big start. I don't have any like deadline for this. I am not participating in the 66 days of stitching. Obviously, I'd be much farther. I decided I'm going to work on this on the 6th of every month. This is on 18 count, whatever the called for is. I did not think I was going to be able to get the called for fabric in 18 count. I was told they didn't make it. I, however, got it from Fire Poppies. So I don't know if it's just the same color, different fabric. I know nothing, y'all. But this is on whatever the called for fabric is called, whatever color that is, in 18 count. I got from Fire Poppies. And that's my piddly little start, but I am working on her tomorrow. She's on my list for tomorrow. We'll see how far I can get. I love 18 count is where it's at for me. I am not into the stitching over 2. Y'all, I can barely remember anything. So to remember to stitch over 2, no thank you. No thank you. But the 18 count with 1 strand, that's the things that dreams are made of. Okay, next. Oh, I decided the only year in chalk that I hadn't finished was July, and I was like, go back and do it. So on September 11th, in the evening, I started this, and then finished it the morning of September 12th. Red, white, and BBQ. Ain't that the truth? It's very cute. I used DMC B5200 and 666, which I swore I was never going to use 666. I was just never going to use it. Somehow a skein of it snuck in to my house, and I believe it was the like DMC equivalent, so I was like, meh, I'll just use it. But yeah, I swore I was never going to. So much for that. So much for that. Next up, my October Lizzie Kate. October Scarecrow. I started this on September 16th, finished on September 18th. I used random DMCs. So I kind of changed some things. I didn't really care for the color that was in here, so I used the same that I did for the hair. Y'all, I felt like doing my own thing. So I used DMC 946, 3021, 611, 809, 498, 906, 604, and 517. 14 count tea-dyed Ada on black check. That bow is glued down. This is on I got from Walmart. There are magnets and washers, and I switch it out every month. And it's a cute little one. And I'm almost done with those. I have November, December, and January left to do. And then they'll be done. And with the year-end chalks, I have November, December, January, and February. And they'll be done. And that is weird that I won't have something to do monthly. All right, next up was my other not finish. This is a 5-part series that was started in Jolly July. And July was when everything went off the rails for me. I was like, nope. No. I'm not doing any of this. So Fat Quarter Shop put out a pattern called Mistletoe Lane, where every Friday in July you received a part of the pattern. It is adorable. It's not traditional Christmas colors. It has a lot of pink in it. It's so cute. It is so cute. But I got off the rails, y'all. It was summer. I wanted to do what I wanted to do. Also, this is stitched on 14 count Graceful Gray Ada. And I was not taking this camping. It was not going to happen. So there's the top of it. It says Merry Christmas. So little by little, I am trying to catch up. This house, y'all. I really think Kimberly should have called this pattern hashtag Great Big Ol' House Sal. It is so cute though. I really want to go do the presents, and the tree is probably my favorite part. But I'm not moving on until I finish this house. I'm determined. But it's a big one. She's a mansion. And I got this little needle minder. It says, I'm kind of a big deal to my LONS. And my local online needlework shop is Fat Quarter Shop. I love Kimberly. I think her attitude towards everything is just what I want to be when I grow up. But I also really love Fire Puppies. Their customer service is amazing. It's amazing. I think the social media relationship that Kimberly has with their customers is what probably makes me shop there the most. And their website is laid out. But Fire Puppies is up there too. They are lovely. They are lovely. So that was fun to receive. Next was my Stitch Quarterly for fall. Hey Pumpkin. This little guy was so cute. Now, I didn't do my summer one. It's in my spring plans for 2021. Oh my gosh, I still have the pattern in here. This was Hey Pumpkin. Oh, the glare is real. July is when they started with a different fabric than I had ever used. And it's 25 count, I believe. I've never used it before. I'm very excited to. It is in my, I think, like February or March plans. But this one was done on 10 count burlap. It is stinking cute. But y'all, 10 count is not, nope, it's not for me. It's not for me. I lost so many needles doing this. Like every evening. This took me like 4 days, I think. September 21st through the 20th. Oh, it took like a week to do. And every evening, I'd be like, well, there goes another one. And my husband would just look at me like, what? You've got to stop. Because the holes are massive. I don't even know what needle is like meant for this. So I was using just my regular old 26 size needles, and I'd put it through, and then I would go to grab it, and it wasn't there, and then I'd be searching all over, because not only would it fall through this, it would fall off my floss. So every night at like 10 o'clock, we'd have the vacuum out, and we'd be vacuuming my chair. That is my, oh, you can't see it. That's my stitchy chair. And I have a little desk in front of it, like a little folding desk. But we would be vacuuming in front of my chair, on my chair. He would be vacuuming my whole, like, I lost a lot of needles doing this one. This fabric is lovely. I would love to see this on a table runner, like on a burlap table running. Doing this pattern on either end of the table, I think would be so cute. But nope. I will say though, I really appreciate the fact that I was sent it and I tried it, because I don't think I ever would have picked it up if it wasn't in this kit. These kits are awesome. If you're not part of Stitch Quarterly from Fat Quarter Shop, I highly suggest you give it a try. I don't know if there's any openings right now. I think they add a few more spots like each time, because it is in such demand. But you get such great stuff. I got, my list isn't in here. I got the pattern, the fabric, the floss, a needle in a little needle tin with a magnet. So cute. And you also get a notion. I love the little notions. They're in my, that dresser. Whoop, how do you do? How do you do? That dresser has my cross stitch supplies. Not my patterns, but like pens, pencils, and my notions are up there. That is whips for the week. The next drawer, can't remember. The next drawer is floss. And the bottom drawer is fabric. Oh, the third drawer is hoops and rulers and whatnot. But you also get, it comes wrapped in a ribbon, and the ribbon coordinates. And so I think what I'm going to do is use the ribbon that came with it in the finishing somehow. I don't know how I'm going to finish this. Y'all, I can't make pillows out of my cross stitch for my couch because I have disgusting children's. They're just gross. Kids are like magnets. Magnets for everything gross. Everything gross. Okay, so that was Hey Pumpkin. Next was, where are you? There you are. You're in Chalk October. Let them eat candy. I started and finished this on October 1st. I used DMC 3865 and 3853. This is just a frame from Goodwill. Black and white check in there. There are magnets and washers. And then I just swapped these out. I love this one. I love this whole series. Halloween, I don't know yet. They are doing it in the town next to us. I haven't heard about our town. I just don't know if our family is going to participate. What we might do is do like a scavenger hunt in the house or in our yard. I might kind of like an Easter egg hunt. Let the kids dress up and dump bags of candy in the lawn. I'm not really sure. We've been watching a Halloween movie like every afternoon, evening in October, but I just don't know. I don't know if it's a good idea for my family to be receiving things from other people's hands. Like, I just don't know. So I don't know if we're going to participate. Next up was Starry Saint Nick. This was my September ornament. This was from the 2017 Just Cross Stitch ornament issue. Now, there's supposed to be another tree here. And this tree was supposed to be, I added an extra one of these in and an extra one of these. So it was only 4. So it's much taller. So it's supposed to be a lot wider. And then you were supposed to have these big star buttons to go above the trees. Well, I don't have the big star buttons. So I made the tree taller. And then I was like, that is massive. Like, y'all, it's a pretty good size ornament. Like, it's a pretty good size ornament. And so I was like, no. And I almost left it with just the Santa. I almost was like, that's an ornament. That's an ornament for a tree. I was like, yeah, I want to do one of the trees. So I did one of the trees, and I am going to make that little guy an ornament. So that was my September ornament. Okay. And then in October, Fat Quarter Shop again. Can you see a theme? I am participating in Fright Night, and I am determined to not fall behind. Determined. Fright Night is a 5-part series, kind of like Mistletoe Lane, that they are doing in the month of October. Kimberly and Lori Holt are doing Stitchtober, where they stitch all the Halloween and all the fall, all of October, and then into November. So this is part of what they're doing. And I was like, I want to do it too. And I just sign up. I sign up. If I don't keep up with it, I don't keep up with it. But I sign up. So we got our first pattern on Friday, the 2nd, and I finished it. But y'all, I did nothing else all day. I don't know why this took me so long. This is on a piece of 14 count. I dyed this with gray or charcoal. I can't remember what the RIT dye is called. I want to say gray. So I used the method on the stove where you heat the water up, you put some soap in, you put a few drops of your dye in, and then y'all, I dunked this like boop, boop, like 3 times. I did not let it sit in there because like the 3rd time I dunked it, it was already dark. So that's the first part. That's Halloween. But that took, y'all, I don't know why. That is 3 different colors of orange. Let me get this closer. I love it. And I love this fabric. So it came out the color that I wanted. And then I was like, I need it to be spooky. So then I fired up some tea and coffee, dunked it in there for a little bit, and then squinched it up. Squinch, that's not a word. Scrunched it up on a baking sheet and cooked it, baked it at 200 for like 20 minutes, and then I dried it flat on a towel on my kitchen floor. I have found, now a lot of people I think use like a drying rack. If I, not you, I'm not making generalizations and I'm not speaking for other people. If I lay my fabric over a drying rack while it dries, there will be a line of color where the fold was. So I learned my lesson. So now I lay it flat on a towel on my kitchen floor. And I have a tea dye towel. It's gross. It's saved under the kitchen sink for this purpose. So that's Fright Night. And then the last thing I have to show you is Early Americans. I fell in love with this pattern. I am in love with this pattern. It is so cute. It's kind of like, it is another Little House Needleworks series, kind of like Little Sheep Virtues. I had big lofty desires to have this done, and I was like never starting it because it's huge. And then I decided, you know what? If I started in October and I do one square, there are 9 squares. If I do one square a month, I will have this done by the end of June. So I started with the middle one because I am a middle starter. This is Little House Needleworks Early Americans Freedom. Can you see that? Is my lighting horrible? My lighting's probably horrible. But I got a good chunk on it, done on it. I started this on the 3rd, Saturday. Today's Monday. So I got that amount done Saturday and Sunday. So that's pretty good. My goal for today is to finish the grass and start the 2 birds that are here. I can pull the pattern out. I'm still working on this one, so I still have the pattern. Well, there it is. That's what this one looks like. So, I am going to work on that. Woo, excuse me, yawn. 1 a month through June. I am also using, I'm just going to flash it. Woo. If you go to Vanna Pfeiffer's website, you'll see her Early Americans she did. She charted out a border. If you look at her Instagram, you can see a picture of it. It is perfect. It is perfection. It is exact. It just looks like it's always been that way. Like it should just be that way. And she offers the border on her website. You have to go to like her Flickr account, and you feel free to use it, but please, like if you show it on Instagram, tag her, whatnot, all those things. So I am going to be using Vanna Pfeiffer's border because it is perfect. I need it on my wall. And that is everything that I have worked on from July through now. And now I can put it all away or do something and start fresh with a new list of Flosstube stuff. And hopefully I'm back before another 2 months pass. My plans, okay, let's face it, haul was a ton. I don't even know all the things. I bought all the things. I can't show you because I bought them all. Over 3 months, yeah, I bought a few things. I did get Land of the Free from Teresa Kogut. I am starting that on November 4th. And then I'm going to work on that on the 4th of every month. I also got the 3 Little Words series from Lizzie Kate. I am going to start that on November 29th because that is my birthday. And 3 Little Words, that series sums up life. Just like, it is the cutest. If you haven't seen Lizzie Kate 3 Little Words series, go look it up. It's amazing. I'm going to start it on my birthday. And then I've gotten a few things here and there. Those are really my two big ones, other than Women of the Mayflower. So, plans for this week are to finish my Early Americans block. And then I think I'm starting on my Christmas Snowflake or my Christmas Quilty Love. I can't remember which one I am starting on. And hopefully I'll be back next week. We shall see. I went back to Bible study. I went back to like my mom's group. My son went back to Awana. Like these are all very small groups. We went back to church in September. We're done with that. Numbers in Wisconsin are going crazy. So all the things we had started to go back to that are large, we're now not doing. So I do have more time. But I want to stitch. Like, I don't know. Filming, I feel like I could have been stitching for the last 55 minutes, but it is what it is. I like doing these. I like having a look back at what I did. It also keeps me from having to have a journal. I don't have to do that. And I like visiting with people. And I, like I said, love, love, love the messages that I've received. Y'all are some real nice folks. Real, real nice folks. So thank you for all of that. And I think that's all I've got. I will hopefully be back next week, but I'm not making any promises because every time I do that, God laughs. So anyway, thank you for watching, and until the next time I film, have a great day. Bye.